this, you're not going to be in the camera.
Okay.
So this is called recovery coaching, what I do. So what essentially in early recovery is only three things you need to watch out for. So this is called skill building, right? And we do something called Positive Anonymous 12-step program. It's the same program, but essentially what it is to shift our thinking. Have you ever played Chinese checkers?
Yeah.
So Chinese checkers, your marble has to go from one side to another side, right? And have you heard about this 10 fast moves?
Yeah.
You move it as a jump. So when somebody gives you an idea that helps you stay stuck in a thought, jump. Okay, so you make the resolution so that the problem doesn't exist anymore. Okay, so don't even challenge. So that's why you need to play Chinese checker with your thoughts. Okay, but the thing about recovery coaching is you need to understand how to shift another person's thinking so you become a leader. Okay, that's the bottom line. And I'm going to tell you few strategy because the way we developed it is my higher power is my spiritual teacher, and he teaches it like a triad. It's me, I, and you is the heart, heart center, you is whatever that makes it very, very compelling for me to be in the focus on that side. And then the higher guidance that comes in is my higher power, right? So I, you, higher power. The I is not the physical I, it's the pure light inside. So the ultimate goal is not the word, it's to light the inner pilot. There is a sculpture that one girl did, it's called Expansion Sculpture, and it's in New York, and I hope I can see Expansion Sculpture. And when I show it, you probably see. So see like this.
Yeah.
So it's a light within. It's not what broke inside. It's like how we relit the pilot. See, right? Our pilot went out, right? So essentially, I is the original reason we came here. We forgot. That goes beyond who we are as a body. Our soul is always pure. We need to understand where it is, and it doesn't need any validation from the world to be loved, because we are pure love. When we were a baby, everybody loved us. We loved ourselves too. It's the world that made us break apart. So reconnecting with the I takes training. So the you has to see I. So for somebody else to believe in us, we believe in ourselves after. And once somebody else believes in us, it becomes imperative for us to take that role and believe in one more person, and also to look for support. Okay? So I, you, superpower. But I'm going to say it in another way. So my teacher teaches it as how to kill inner demons. But I feel there is no need to make it like such a huge topic. Instead, it's skill building, because in cognitive behavior therapy, it's like I'm a lousy cook. If you say, you just say, hey, you know what? I need to learn how to cook better. It's the same agenda, but like I like this better skills instead of emotions, because I don't want to waste any currency.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first thing is like how I said about the I piece is pure, but the outside, the you piece, to connect with them, we connect either outside or inside through the physical body, because everything is a memory we hold of the world inside. Because there is really nothing out there. Your mom and all is the memory you hold of her inside you. Okay, it's not the physical mom. It's like the idea of the mom inside you that bothers you more than what she's saying.
Yeah.
That's because you haven't resolved those pains, right? So the first thing is for you to become a hollow bamboo. That's one meditation we do. That is, your chatter starts from belly button to throat, okay, constantly inner chatter. So you really need to cut down the words so you do not think anymore. and just truly listen to you. And the thinking is coming from outside, so don't engage with it. Because what happens with the thinking is you say, I'm feeling this way first. Like, you'd be driving, somebody will say, what is it? The Rachel Ray, she says, she calls this like something delicious, like she'll combine Dunkin' Donut with delicious, and she'll do something, a new
Yeah, I know
word,
what you like. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
something delicious,
Yeah.
delicious.
Like a spork. Like you go to spoon or
Yes,
fork,
yes.
a spork. So they cut the
So
words together.
so when they say that, immediately you create a feeling inside, right? Then you will try to go back and say, when is that first time I heard that word? And then you create that memory, right? So in human tendency, the thinking is not inside. It could be outside too. But we always try to relate to the thinking with our past. That's why babies always are smiling because they have no clue what you're talking to them about. Whereas the adults, pay attention because they want to create the memory with the past, right? So think of it that way. So when you create a sweet memory with that word, you like that person, right? Whatever I'm saying, you're relating to it, so you're paying attention. If you're thinking that memory that creates a bad memory in you, you're going to walk out. I don't want to talk to her anymore, right? So you never want to create a bad memory relationship, right? So the next level is relationship. So thinking, memory, which creates a feeling and creates the relationship. This triad, the idea is to build more and more sweet memory and less bad memory. So if the bad memory is there, you need to go back and say, okay, when is the first time I heard? Why did it happen? What was going on? And relive it by sharing 5 times about it. And then let it go. But you can share it a million times. It doesn't matter. But they're saying minimum if you share 5 times, the pain goes away with that word. Because the whole point is to take away the pain of the past. The past is there to prove it's a past. So by understanding that, you truly listen to people without coming into conclusion. Because when you're talking to them, you'll say, "Oh, they must be meaning me," because we always hear from our past. But if you hear, if it is a new topic, like I'm talking this, right? You have no recollection of this type of a topic, so you're rapt with attention because it's like totally do. It's like reading a brand new book. So that is where you will be able to listen better to another person, and not only listen better. When you listen better, you will influence them too. When you say something in return, it will create a pause in me and say, okay, she got it. And then if you're giving me some piece of information, I'll really appreciate, because you listen to me, I'll listen to you. And that's when it becomes effective communication. Whereas, if you're arguing with each other, we are always trying to prove our point.
Right, so it's one-sided conversation.
Yeah, so essentially it is two confused people talking to each other. You talking with your past, I'm talking with my past, and you would be talking geography, I'll be talking biology, and nobody's getting anywhere. So, and you are imagining, I understand what you're saying, and I'm imagining you're aggravating me, and absolutely, we both might be wrong.
Yeah. And then 2 days later, you're like, we didn't really resolve anything, and we don't understand what you should have said.
So influence comes by listening better to another person without agenda. I'm not running my agenda. I'm really there to listen. By doing this, you will create leadership skills. When you create leadership skills, you will become the 12th step. You'll be able to become the sponsor for another person. So these are all the only 3 things how to listen to yourself, how to listen to others, and by that, how can you influence them and lead them. That's all. In learning, in early recovery, if you do these 3 things, you'll be way, 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 way ahead. Nobody can trigger you. But unfortunately or fortunately, that's where we get stuck. Because we haven't learned our lesson, so we keep buying more and more time, and we waste time. So when people aggravate you, buy time. When people respect you, give them time. That's another way I'll say. So think of it as you have 2 piggy bank. If by chance they are aggravating you, then have them donate to your piggy bank. And if in case they are very nice to you, empty your piggy bank.
Yeah.
So if you understand this concept, you'll be way ahead. And sometimes, even though it feels very simple, this is the gist of life. And it is, in a nutshell, it took me 21 years to learn.
Wow.
I'm like giving it to you in 3 minutes. But I was not there. What I am telling you is, I wish I had the same person like me talking to me in your position long ago. But actually, the journey is not about destination. I learned it's all about what we encounter in the world, because it's not the ultimate goal. Because once we reach there, it's boring. You are looking for another goal.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely. Like
So-
we in group a lot. They we go a little too far ahead, of course, because it's a day by day, sometimes minute by minute for some people. Is what would we tell our past selves? Like if we at this stage in our lives, what would we tell our past selves to where we live?
So what would you tell your past self?
I really didn't have much to tell myself. Just I think more it would be like my geographical change wouldn't have happened because I wasn't close to family anymore. I would have gotten out of my toxic relationship, my marriage. I think would have been, or had more confidence in myself. Built that confidence and self-esteem in myself early on because my marriage kind of dwindled that for me. I was a very confident person. I had a world, my mom would say, by the balls, and car, the apartment, everything. And my husband just seemed like he didn't have any motivation in his life, any goals. He wasn't goal-oriented. He didn't have very high standards of morals. He wasn't very close to his family. All the things that I was. And then as you get in a relationship that's like that, you seem to lose track of relationships, family, friends, lose track of yourself.
I was in the same shoe like you, how you said geographical. Like when I look back, I wish I had not left India. I used to think that.
Yeah.
Then in 2014, I went back, and I really was so happy. I was thinking, what made me travel? Like you, I'm like saying, oh my God. But the weird part was when I went back, it was too late to even fit in because everything has shifted again.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really relate to that space either, even though I knew immediately I needn't have left at all. So I was put in the same space in 2016 where I could leave if I wanted to. And I thank God I went through that in 2014 because I finally realized I don't need to run anymore. I said I have arrived, and wherever I am, I'm going to be having destination because it doesn't matter where I am.
No.
And I feel me, I'm home.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the journey helped me not to do the same thing again.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And also about like the relationship, you say the thing is we are a mirror. We attract what we see inside. So sometimes it's like that space I needed to hold because that's the person who made me grow me.
Yeah.
And when I see the growth in me, I am so grateful that person did that to me because I could see how strong I was. And in some ways, I'm grateful for that growth, even though it was painful. It was not easy.
No.
I think, but on the contrary, the strength I have now, I am very happy I had to experience that pain so I could get here. And would I do it again? Never.
Yeah, me either.
But the thing is, I also am grateful I was ignorant so I could do it. So like in retrospect, thank God I didn't know any better. Thank God I went through the journey. I'm so grateful.
Yes.
Like I wouldn't really change anything because it's the best, richest time in my life.